There we go. Sound is there, right? Yeah. I took my laptop away and then everything was disconnected because I had one little plug that was connected to it. Let me just double check. I always double check, and when I don't, I need to just check. There we go. Sound is there, right? Yeah. I'm still such a amateur at this. But anyway, okay, we're just going to let a CPI, London CPI just go. Let's see, we've got Asia high. Most likely it will go there, but look at the 4 hour on the right. Iced coffee, iced coffee, iced coffee, iced coffee. I love my iced coffee, especially when you see sunshine behind me and it's nice weather. I just crave the iced coffee. I just make my coffee and just put it in the freezer. That's it. Hey Metherz, how are you doing? How's it going? Just letting CPI London run. Always careful. Yes. Let's have a look. What is CPI London doing? Well, we have a previous week low. Now we're touching it. Let's see if it reacts there. It would be weird if we don't go into Asia highs, right? It's right over here. Asia highs here. And we have a wick on the 4 hour. Let me see. Does it match anything? Ooh. Remember, we didn't take out Asia highs yesterday. Yeah, we're very bearish. I agree. Oh, you love wick. Hey, it gives you know where it's going to bounce, right? You know where it's going to bounce now. If you know where the wicks are, you're sort of like, okay, we already know that we're not going to go here straight away. Like if we look at the 4 hour wicks, we know we're not going to reach the, we might, but we know we're going to have a few rejections here, right? Yeah. So it's sort of like when they're equal, but sometimes it does, sometimes it does go through it like a hot, like got it through with a hot knife, but most of the times you'll see a rejection, but we'll see. Yeah, what else is there for inefficiencies, right? What do we have? There's no fair value gap here on the 4 hour. Maybe on the, let's check the 1 hour. It's one mitigated. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna highlight those wicks and see on the lower time frame what they are. I want to see the inefficiencies on the lower time frame. Let me just do that because I'm sort of curious to see what we can expect in this blue area on the 1 hour. Let me see. What do we see? A BPR. Okay, we do have a tiny gap here. Let me see on the 15 minutes. See, this was that wick yesterday that gave me the confidence to go in short. This wick at the 9:30 open. Ooh, that was such a, we were stuck in between two breakers. And I said, don't dibble in the nibble. And this was the confirmation, this wick, and then the drop below that one, I just entered short. Was it here? Am I at 9:30? I think it was this wick. Yeah, it was this wick. I'm sure there was a nice wick to the upside. Yeah, then there was this move to the downside that I took when it went below here. I just waited till this breaker was just really gone through, just for extra confirmation, and then this run down. It was a nice trade. That was actually the only trade I took yesterday. And then afterwards, just paper trading. But this is that wick area. So I'm just looking like, what can we expect? What do we see on the 15 minute? I see a little imbalance here. Let's grade it. Let's grab. What do we see? What do we see? What do we see? I see shit. I really can't see anything. Like, okay, on the 15-minute might do this or that. Okay, well, it's gonna run to the. I do see a little imbalance here. That's it, but that's below anything. So the question is it going to go up there? Is it even going to reach those wicks, right? I wonder. So the only thing that I can make of it that we have a low resistance liquidity run. It's just going to run through it like butter. The only wick maybe is this large one that we got yesterday, and then we might have some resistance here, and then go back up, something like that. Well, we'll see. I mean, it's a bit weird, right? New structure. We haven't seen this one before. But on the 4-hour, it looks weird. It doesn't look weird. It just looks very balanced. Let me put it this way. This looks very bad. This is like a balanced price range to me. Like, you know, we've just gone through everything. Doesn't need to go up here, right? Not. I just don't think. I'm actually more bearish now. If I look at it, I'm just getting more and more bearish. Sell side, buy side, sell side. This area is so balanced. Look at this block here. This even has 4 sell side, buy side. I need to turn around. Sell side, buy side, sell side, buy side, sell side. You know, this here, this block. There's no inefficiency whatsoever. No, I'm gonna get rid of this. I just want to get distracted. We'll see. Asia high. So I'm actually not sure if we even. I wonder if we're gonna get to Asia high with all this. With all this here, I'm just not sure anymore. It just looks so weird. What do you have on the 1-hour? We do have a little imbalance here. We've got a fair value gap here. Let's mark the fair value gap. The only part of the gap that needs to have some inefficiency that's right over here. This is the only part of the gap because we already went into it right here. So I'm not going to mark the whole gap. I'm just going to mark this little part here. I'll mark it from the. Let me just mark the bodies and not the wick. But technically, we can take it up from the wick, right? Just like this. Now, the gap is actually from wick to wick, so I take this one here. Because this has already been managed. I'm not taking the whole wick here. The lowest one from the initial fair value gap. I'm just taking the high because we technically don't need this to be. We just want this to be filled. But maybe this is a breakaway gap on the higher time frame. No, we're in a different scenario. This cannot be. Well. Okay, well, we'll see. It's very bearish, right? If you look at it, the longer you look at it, it's like really, really, really bearish. You're like, oh, it's just we're talking manipulation moves. There's a lot of consolidation coming. We've got FOMC minutes, by the way, today. So I'm not going to stream in the AM session. I'm going to do a session after 1:45 and then till the end of the day, because Price action will be shit, most likely. Until 2 a.m. It's just a normal, it's not FOMC, by the way, it's just FOMC minutes, but you can treat it the same way like we do CPI, PPI. So I wonder if Asia high is even in the cards, but you would think so, right? Just a little tap into it. Look, that's exactly that last bit of the fair value gap that has been unfilled, right? It's just above it, so it just needs to take a little bit of a liquidity grab there. Well, let's see if it does it before 2:30 or at between 2:30 and the rest of the London session, I guess. I guess that's what we're looking for then, maybe. From now until maximum 4:30ish. The tip that he gave, and it really works. It really works. It really works. It's low-hanging fruit, baby. We go for the low-hanging fruit. Let me just watch. Hold on. Just want to see if I want to do the range. The range. Oh, Toma, oh, I hate those roosters. I'm in South Africa, but we've got roosters here, and I fucking hate them. I never thought I could hate animals so much. I love animals, but I hate roosters. I think I'm gonna eat chicken again. I'm actually a pescatarian, but I think I'm gonna eat chicken again, and I'm gonna eat that one that isn't gonna be ending up in chicken soup anytime. But I think you hear the roosters crowing, but not the yeah. They're very annoying. It's actually an area where people are living, and they don't have hens there, so they're just dominant, trying to be dominant. So, but I'm at war with that one, so I'm scaring it away all the time, and it's just behind me, so it doesn't come here behind me anymore. But we've got guinea fowls with little babies, and I love I mean, they make a lot of noise, but they're just different noise, and I like that noise. So I can't scare those. So I only want to see him, but he knows it's very easy to scare a rooster. You just either you take a cloth which is red, or I happened to find out by accident because I was just getting some dust out of some things, and I thought, oh, that's funny, it's flying away. And then I was started to Google it. It was very easy. Just put some music. It's like no. This is my area. This sound area is mine. You just have to sort of like make it known. This is not your sound area. It's my sound area. So yeah, but when I'm busy here, I'm not here, and then he knows, and he comes closer. So I just have to go up again and scare it, and like make it some, start. I wave at it, and it flies off. I know he knows I'm not his friend. I can never harm an animal, but I just want to shoo it away. You just go further down. Go there. Go. Not behind me, please. That's it. But anyway, yeah. But see, that's just horrible that you think I'm in the. That's why I want to get away with the Netherlands because. Oh gosh! And these people, they take a rooster and they don't have any hens. I mean, what's the point, right? So it's bored. It's bored to its teeth. So that's when you get a rooster, and it has no purpose. It just gets irritated. It starts making a lot of noise. It's just ridiculous. These people are ridiculous that do that. But anyway, don't talk about, if you want to get me upset, don't talk about the rooster because it fucking wakes me up every morning. Yeah. And the moment I tell you guys that I've eaten chicken soup, you know what's in it, right? I think it's going to be my first meat meal in a long time. But anyway, yeah. Hey, but I've already managed it a big time, guys. If I wouldn't have I think it would have been a video. You will laugh at me like what I'm doing. To to shoo it away without harming it. It's always like, okay, I cannot harm the animal, but I have to, it has to go that way, that way. I think if it would be on candid camera, I would look like such a fool. But you'll appreciate it, because otherwise you would hear it all the time, also during the stream. So I'm thinking about you. I'm just doing it for you, actually. Don't get me started on that fucking rooster. Don't get me started on that one. But anyway, hey, listen, guys, I just want to show you something. There are multiple ways to calculate. I've been showing that already from the start. I haven't maybe gone into it, but there are normally it's like from. I also made a short about it, like when in an extension days. But this is actually just calculating the full dealing range. But obviously there are balanced price ranges like BPR, and we've changed the state delivery here. And for example, you can see it rejecting here right now. Why is it doing that? Because most people, they calculate the range like this, right? And then it's like, okay, we already passed the 79%, so we are now bullish. But hey guys, I'm giving you I have to make up for the rooster crows, so I have to give a little bit of extra value now. But how do you calculate the dealing range in a different way, right? To make sure that you so when you see there's already change in state delivery, and we're already moving, we have it displaced to the upside, you can also calculate it like this. Where's the change in state delivery took place? Right over here, right? So and then you see you hit exactly 79%. So you can expect that it goes down already. And also combining me with the 4 hour, just looking like, are we really going to go up, or is this it? We also hit previous week low. It's another. So I'm just sort of like, I'm getting a little bit like, are we really going to go up? Yes, we could go up, but this is a way to, if you calculate it like this, right, that had a clear change state where we had a move to the upside. So, because a market maker model could be done when it hits when it goes back into original consolidation. This is it's all fractal, right? Now, this is the original. Just sometimes has to tap into it here. So it could be enough for now, right? You see this? You have multiple things adding up. A previous week low being hit, so liquidity grab. We have a 79% hit with calculated from this. Let's do the macro. My other calculation. I'm just going to do the whole range here. See if it matches with something else. 1.75. Okay. So by tapping into the original consolidation, which is just here, it could be the market maker buy model could be done, right? It could technically be done if it just doesn't want to go further. So that's why I'm also like getting more and more bearish when I look at this. I'm like, okay, maybe it doesn't have to go up there now, because it just wants its business is done. The market maker the model has been finalized. It has liquidity. Or it's just going to retrace and then go up later on. But it's such a hard read, because we got liquidity up, but it's so bearish. Nice way to feed the script, yeah. I have to stay focused. If you get me on that rooster, I'm just going to talk about the rooster all day. You don't want to do that. But anyway, yeah. So I just don't know. We're going to go take Asia highs now. Just not sure about it, to be honest. But on the other hand, 2.5 is here. Yeah, I will. Let me just make sure that I want to go to the 5-minute. I don't want to calculate the range. So I've been just trying out stuff and trying to look at, okay, so I'm just going to do the 5 minutes more clearer here. Hold on, let me go back to the 1 minute. Okay, the 1 minute wasn't clear. I just took the whole range, but now I do the 5 minute, and it's a little bit different now. And now we have exactly 2. The other one was not seek for wisdom. You don't want me to go into that? I see you. Your message is deleted. It's exactly 2. So at 2, you can also just always expect a retracement, right, between 2 and 2.5. But yeah, I added 1.25 and 1.75, but especially on the higher time frame, I use them a lot. I just, thought, okay, I see when we grade things, we have to use 1.25. Yeah, well, exactly, because of the significance. Because, well, all in ICT lessons as well. Every time when we make gradients, we use the quadrants, and well, I added also the 1/3. But I thought, let me add. I was always missing a little. If I use the normal fib levels, like the 1 standard deviation, 1.5, 2, 2.5. I always thought it was in close proximity, and especially in the higher time frame, I thought I have to make it a little bit smaller. So I added the 1.25 and 1.75, but you can also add 2.25, by the way, and 2.75. And on the higher time frame, you will see a lot, you've seen it a lot during the stream as well, that we have retracements exactly at 1.25. Yesterday we had that on screen on stream as well. On a lower time frame, a little bit less, but on the higher time frame, you'll see that a lot. But now we have exactly 2, and we have a nice retracement. Where does the retracement go to? 1.25. Yeah, so I would advise, I could highly advise you start using them and watch and see how. But you know how it has to be. It works with my way of calculating the fib levels, right? So I do body to body from the manipulation rule. So you have to find a way and then stick to that to make it consistent. There has to be a consistency. Yeah, it's just to make the move small to get more precision. It's just to get more precision, and you'll see in the higher time frame, you will see it. The 1.25 is very important to me. Yeah, extremely important, to be honest. Now let's see. We have what time is it? 2:34. Okay. Now let's see. We're in a value gap. Did we test the breaker? I'm talking too much. You guys, you distracted me with the rooster. The fucking rooster. I'm at war here, guys. I'm literally at war. See, there's no breaker. We did go into this fair value gap. We did have this little wick here. I just don't know if we're going. I just wonder if this is really going to take out these highs. I'm just not. I need to get. I'm not going to take any. I'm not going to put. I might miss the trade. You guys, are you? When it retraces at the 2 to the 1, it's usually reaccumulating for continuation. Yeah, but I just don't like that this range already been. If we calculate this range, the only thing that I'm thinking about, if it could go higher, what would it do in this session, because it's already hit so many levels that I'm like, do we need to wait, right? Do we need to wait for it to take maybe? Let's calculate this range. Because obviously, okay, we've got 2.5 here. Okay. Four is right over here. And 4 is exactly, the 4 standard deviation is exactly the 1 standard deviation of this calculation. So that actually lines up. You see this, the 4 is in the gray area. So this range here, if I define this as a valid range for me that I want to work on, and I double it, it's here, and that's for standard deviation calculated for the manipulation move. Yeah, Andre, I agree with you. We're going much, much lower. But the question is how far, how high is the manipulation move to the upside going to be? It's really, I would rather, like yesterday, just wait for the short. I'm sort of like really like, just let it, because this could just take its time. I do think we're going up to sort of like manipulate the upside. But I just wonder if this is not enough, if this is going to be it for a longer period of time for now. Looking at the higher time frame, we do have a little gap, this little slightly gap here, and this area. Let me see what area is this. This here, this area here, this little gap, and all these blocks here. I would not. I'm not interested in any long right now. Not at all. Even though this and we might go to full. I'm not just. I'm really not interested. I'll have a look at gold, by the way, in a bit. Let me just check the daily quickly. Look, we have a retested. We have daily, even daily breaker here, untested at all. 23. What did you say, Andre? 24,159. I even think we're going to go lower. 24,159. Yeah. Because I think it was a 4-hour break, but we have one here as well. 24,1. We've got one here in the inversion. Yeah, this is a point of interest for me for later on. But so I just want to see how the daily is responding now. So the daily, okay, this is interesting. The daily's in a wick. Method, we have a wick. I think by the end, Abdoriza, I think by the end of the day, the market takes a Tokyo high and then drops. Yeah, so we're going to get a lot of consolidation, manipulation, and then we have a manipulation move to the upside, and then yeah, something like that. Because we also have news, right? The FOMC minutes at 2 p.m. And the minutes, it's not the FOMC itself, so it's a little bit different than the FOMC. But you treat it just like all other news. So I just wonder if at 2 we just like the. I should remove the latency you have on the stream. It's 5 seconds now. How do you know? Oh, okay. I think it was 1 second already. I'll have a look at that. I'll have a look at it. Thanks, Thomas. I might not really know if that is the case. You mean if there's a delay or you have 5 seconds delay? Abdo, thank you. I appreciate that. Sometimes those names are hard to, and you sort of like butcher them, right? So that's, you don't want to do that. But thank you, Abdo. I will keep that in mind. Yeah, I already was thinking we're going to get a lot of unfavorable price action for now. And we just have to just tape read and maybe, just maybe just not even trade at all until the afternoon session. But I just want to calculate the daily body and see how far we, let me see. Well, that's interesting, guy. You see that the 4 standard deviation and the 1 that I calculated is exactly almost at that half midpoint. So I do think we might be able to go to the midpoint of the daily, because it sort of like lines up with the 4 standard deviation of this move, and so I guess it's going to be a slow grind up until here, which is on a 4-hour. Pretty weird, but we'll see. Oh, I'm sorry. What am I doing? Okay, here we go. my internet is not working. Come on. What are you doing? Hold on, guys. My internet is sort of like my screen is not doing anything. Come on. What are you doing? There you go. Okay. So this is that daily level right over here, right? So that is the daily level, the daily midpoint is sort of like in even below 1/4 of the wick. I think that is. And that's yesterday first presented fair value gap as well. She's even below any level. It's even below anything. So we're in a 20-minute. 20-minute? You use 20? That's interesting. Okay, let's go over gold because we're just consolidating here anyway. We are just consolidating. So I normally live in the bush in South Africa. So normally I hear you would hear lions and other sounds, but not the crows of the crowing of the rooster. So uncertainty, exactly. Yeah, it's very uncertain. You don't want to anticipate in this market. I mean, I don't. I don't know if you guys, but I don't want to anticipate in this market at all. But maybe gold gives us a nice opportunity because it looks a little bit less uncertain, right? Based on I think gold will go to 4133. You think gold will go to 4133? I think that's a good area. It's in we are above the end event horizon 4133. Let me mark the 4-hour gap here. We've got 2 wicks here. Let's mark the whole area for now. I just want to check something. If the daily is, what does the daily give? Okay, now you see the daily is smaller than you always have to pay attention to that, right? I always mark the smaller one because if the daily objective is met, it will not fill the full 133. So the gap here, the end walk. I think it's good to maybe take a trade on gold. Let me see. Let's calculate the whole range. This is the full daily range, but we're gonna see we can. Thank you, Abdo, for subscribing. I appreciate that. Welcome to the family, my friend. We are just getting started. Okay, the full daily range is this, but let's see. Do we have a change in state delivery? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Um, mm, oh, you only use 5 minutes? Oh, no, I use much higher because I really go for the larger moves as well. So as a distribution trade, I need my at least 15 minutes for 4 hours. I use it a lot during London, and in New York session, I already have a good idea of the structure. I still reference to the 4 hour during London, but not as much as I do during London. And then you have a better idea, especially because the opening price of the 4 hour candles are very, very important, depending how price is developing during the day. So yeah, I need this information just for the larger structure as well, the larger moves. Especially it helps me during for the AM session moves if I get my distribution trades, if they present themselves. Have to add that. But yeah. I'm also not sure about gold, to be honest. It's also I think we might go into this annual, but I wonder if we're going to go, how far we're going to go into the annual. Daily. And sometimes you just have to be discretionary, just take trades, right? I mean, not just like sentiment, just short-term order flow. Just if it's very, how can I put it? I don't want to get people doing bad things, but sometimes when you have this price action, but we see an opportunity like a breaker and the time is right, you can still take a trade. Let me just quickly go to NQ, for example. Let me give an example. Because we're in a macro now. I just want to. I feel just I've been trading NQ such a long time. So it is still my most favorite instrument. But I added gold because gold I like it because it's very clean. But now in the last few days, I haven't really seen much from me. The hike in Asia. I heard more people do that. Yeah. There's so many ways to look at the market, right? And it just depends what you feel comfortable with and what works for you. That's most important. And then it comes to risk management. It's all about risk management, guys. It doesn't matter what you do. If you find something that works for you, that is really, and you stick to it and you really test it. And there's so many things that can work for different people. And that's so nice about the market, right? We look at the same thing, but our brains interpret it differently. Okay, we are so what, hey, what have we seen yesterday? We can see consolidation and it starts running during the second part of the macro, right? And we like that. We like to see that. But we need some displacement. So that's why I knew this was consolidating and we're in the macro now. So I just want to see if we are going to get that move to the upside. But I just don't like this structure, to be honest. It's sort of like a little bit, but we still have a little bit of work to do here in this area. Quickly check gold. Gold went back into this one here. There's liquidity here. We've got equals here. The midpoint of the daily is here. We've got a little gap here in gold. 4135. There's a little imbalance here. I think that's a draw. That's a very nice draw on liquidity, but 4128, 4135. I'm gonna mark this little one here. Volume imbalance here. Now, here, 1.25, which is wait, what? Why are you so far away? I don't know what this means. Let's go to 1 hour. I want to see the manipulation move. I love manipulation moves. I don't like to trade them, but I like to use them. Two, okay. Okay, we're at 2 and 2.5 is right over here. 4148. Okay. Gold, yeah, we're exactly at 2 standard deviation. We might get a nice retracement. We already have a little bit of retracement here. I need to start trading in Asia because it always tests levels that are marked during the day, and it always gives the best entries. But I see in Asia because It gives the best entries. Look at this one here. I think it's a retest of, I think it was a lower time frame breaker. I think this one here, boom, and it just at 9:05, boom. There you go. I don't know if we're gonna. I think we're gonna have some more consolidation here. I don't know. I'm not interested in it right now. Abdo, to be honest, on the 5 and the 15 minute, that's why you see me going into high. I just don't know at the moment because I'm looking at the 5 and the 15 minute. I'm like, okay, the higher time frame. I can't really figure. I think it's on the 4 hour. We rejected in this rejection block, so we're going up, and then I would presume we're going to reject in this block here somewhere. But if I look at all this price action in this area here, it looks very balanced to me. Like, do we need to go? Can we push through this right now? I'm just thinking that we might get a little bit higher, but it's just sort of like more manipulative, just to in a time distortion way. If I how can I put it? There's just no, for me, there's just really, we're in a higher time frame consolidation right now, right? That's clear. If you can see it, right? This is the range, and we're contracting. The range is getting smaller and smaller. So this could take a while. I mean, that's why I'm sort of like looking like, okay, what can I get from the daily? So, but this is just this is really high time frame consolidation, and that sucks. That really sucks. And we already, like, if you have a wick like this, you know, some people that have been with me for a while, they know that I love it because it gives you clarity, but it has already been, this wick, most likely it's a 1/3 level or a 0.5. And then, you can trade it back to the upside, but now that's already done. We're already in this wick. I just don't know if we can make it to this wick. That's my whole idea. Otherwise, I would frame a trade from wick to wick, because that's why I'm actually really good at it now, because I sort of like figure it out, but not when there's so much resistance in between, so to speak. Yeah, I'm really gonna make that T-shirt, by the way. But I love big wicks. It is really a situation. It is really the case. But I guess this is a situation I like them, but we can't get to them. I don't know if we can get to them straight away. So it's annoying. This is definitely a consolidation on 4 hour, even on the daily, right? Oh shit. On the daily. Yeah. So this is the daily. Did I map it right? I made it smaller. Oh, I see something. I totally missed. Hey, Powell. How are you doing today, my friend? Do you have any insights on the market you want to share? 4-hour consolidation, and we are talking about ping pong, guys. Talk about ping pong here. You see how the bodies are sort of like above the end walk, and they are now going in between the event horizon. So on the 4-hour, you can see clearly, like here is going. It's not going over anymore, so it's sort of like below the event horizon, right? So we're in this area now. So that also indicates to me that it might not go higher at the moment. I think a lot of people are thinking it's going to go higher, right? It's going to go higher, it's going to go higher, but it might at some point, but it's just not going to go. I don't think it's going to go in this macro. I just don't think it's going to happen. It's already 3 past 3, so let's see what it did have one manipulation move to the downside here. Let's see. What is it, Popia? What is it? Oh, I need to check something. I think someone is on the property again. What is it? Hold on. Hey, what is it, Poppy? Hey, South Africa, baby. You've got to be careful here. Things are a little bit different than in Europe. Based on today's NVIDIA, what is your base? Oh, Abto, you know, to be honest, I don't even, I'm not even interested in those earnings anymore because I don't trade after our time. But also sometimes it just doesn't really news in general. How can I put it? Yeah, obviously it's important. I think when you have the stocks to know what they are doing, but news in general, they just use the news to make certain moves, right? So obviously, when I guess with stocks, when the earnings are, you know, that has a, let's say a fair value representation, I would say, if it's positive, the price will go up, right? But still, I remember when I used to trade stocks, it was still very weird, even though it was very positive, it would still, you know, go to the downside, and then the next day you would have that positive reaction. So I don't really focus on news itself anymore. Also I just look at it's a red folder, and I just look, okay, where are we, and what can I expect? And I when I get to a when I know there's news, I just go to my higher time frame, and I make sure that I have all my levels. I prepare myself for both sides. Like, okay, if we have a manipulation move to that side, then my distribution move will be this, and this will be my targets, blah, blah, blah. So I make multiple scenarios for myself. That's how I prepare myself, so able to catch the larger moves and to prepare. So that's how I do it. I just use the news for, okay, if we have a manipulation move, then if it goes here, I make the if-then statements, and then I try to do it both ways. But if my bias is already, like, say, bullish or bearish, sometimes I don't do it, and I still get full, like, oh shit, I should have done it both ways because I'm not correct. But it takes more time, right? I used to do options when I used to do stocks, but when I started getting into NQ, I just fell in love because it was, oh my god, just one chart, and I just focused on one chart and getting to know the chart, the levels, and just focus on the algorithm because I got really obsessed with time. So I really stopped actually doing options, but I think I would rather go back into options than in stocks. I might go back into options at some point. I think that's very interesting to do, and I think it's much easier as well to make a quick buck, I think. But yeah, options are in the future, I think, definitely. But for now, it's just going to be, I've already added gold and to NQ. I think that's enough. I think it's, if you have two, but I think it's good to have some other things at some point. But yeah, So do you play options? Oh gosh, this price action. Yeah. So okay, the macro. So yesterday, what I noticed is that the macro, the runs most of the time start after the macros. So if you have like a, for example, this one was 232. I didn't really run right. It didn't make a move to the upside, but I wonder if it's going to make a move after the macro. And like, so because we have gone over the first presented fair value gap for London. I wonder if they're going to make a move now to 2.5. So back to the blue box here. I would think I'm going to paper trade it. I think. Let me think. I'm just going to. This is just because of yesterday's price action that I saw this and I see the same behavior now. But we're below again. Yeah, I don't like that. Check gold again. Yeah, okay, so we're moving to the downside because we hit 2 standard deviation and we are most likely going into this area here. This is, I like this little wick here. There's also a little imbalance here. There's an imbalance here on the 1 hour. And the imbalance here. Is there really? Did I see it correctly? Yes, we do too. I think I'm gonna paper trade on the on gold. I like this little spot here. 4118. Let me check something else. Mm. Two. So see, guys, I for me it's really hard to frame a trade. I really don't see anything on. I would rather maybe for gold I might see a nice trade to the upside at some point, but it's just retracing down now. My investment bonds are stocks and options, and bless God I have good income. I started studying the ICT about a year and just started to MQ. Hey, nice. Yeah, for me, ICT was an eye opener. It's just like building blocks, right? You add them to your arsenal, which you already have, and then it's where, for me, I see more logic behind the trades, and it's like I started to get more into the algo and use specifics like breakers and stuff like that. But yeah, I think it's always good to add more to the arsenal. But MNQ just for fun, hey, I think it's a good thing to have for fun. What do you think so far about MNQ? Um, Abdo, if I may ask, what are your strategies that you use besides before you used ICT? You said the high. You did say something about the Heiken Ashi candles, but and that you use the higher and the lows of the higher time frame. Oh, you see, we disrespected the inversion on gold. I noticed on the 15-minute even. Let me quickly go to gold. Yeah, even on 1 hour. Yeah, yeah, make it as mechanical as possible, right? Time. That's what I'm trying to do as well. And when I don't see it, I just don't trade it anymore. I just do a paper trade. And most of the times now, if I do that because I don't trust it, it's a losing trade. I'm like, okay, my logic works, right? If I don't trust it, I do a paper trade and it's a losing trade. Um, but hey, we said it's just not bearish or bullish for me right now. And it's sort of like, but sometimes it's not right now. I can see it's consolidating, but still, I cannot really frame the full logic around it sometimes. And then I'm like, okay, what's going on? But I think it's more a time aspect, like, okay, how long is it going to take before it's going to go up, right? Same with the NQ, because I said, okay, well, calculating it the way from I did, I said it reaches 79%, and it's sort of like it seems to be done. But could I really frame a trade from here, from this area? I don't know, not really. Yeah, I was bearish, it's going down, but where would I? Yeah, I could market order in here, and then we have a gap straight away, and then we go lower. Well, let's wait. I mean, we might get a. If we're gonna go much lower, it might be interesting because then accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Could it be 38, 5%? Are we gonna go to this area here? We're gonna go into a wick here and then go back up. Let's see. But mind you guys, we are below the previous week's low, right? This is the previous week's low here. We tapped into it. And obviously we're getting rejection, but think about that. We are below the previous week's low. That's bearish. I started my journey about 10 years ago and teaching my people how to invest and play options. I'm an American Iranian person who tried to make me more in whole life. Ooh, I seem to have a Persian background as well, going very, 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 very far back. But hey, hey, I think T-Trades is excellent. They, I think after ICT, he's the best one to go to. I can also highly recommend Zusi. Susie has some good stuff going on as well. But T-Trades is really, really. But I do think core content, maybe I think the month 4, just do it from ICT one time, and then I think it's a good thing to go to T-Trade. I try not to recommend it straight away because I'm sort of like people need to, especially when they're new, to like say when there's a lot of people that are they butcher ICT's work. They say they are ICT traders, but I don't know, they twist it. So I'm always like, I want to get people to do some of the ICT basic stuff so they know when people are talking bullshit, right? That they can at least understand that they are listening to someone who's trying to bullshit them and just sell them bullshit, right? Because if you do listen to him, and yes, they are long, but after the core content, there are shortcuts. And that's what I want to provide with my channel. But I do want people to do the work a little bit so they can think for themselves and not become clone of someone else and just, and then because I've seen that. I mean, I've done a lot of videos from ICT. I've done core content twice. I'm looking at the NQ. Is the MQ order flow different now? Is that what you're saying? Oh, you are in Iran. Okay. Well, you guys are going through some stuff, but hey, I'm sure it's going to be for the good at some point. How's the internet there? I know some people there. I listen to Tusi TV a lot. I like him. He's Iranian as well. And his dad is there, and he says sometimes the internet is really bad there. How's that going for you? Hey, Steven, how are you doing? How are you doing? There was something yesterday, and I was like, oh, that was something that either you asked or that was something we went over when you were there. And I was like, oh, that's something and I think you were not there. I can't remember what it was. I'm like, oh, let me remember that when I see him again online. But check M&Q in the minute fair value gap. Yeah. Yes, it is. Yes, and exactly a 0.5 level, right? I remember, Stephen, I remember that last week you said that you missed a trade because you were hesitant, right? How did that go this week? Did you let trade pass by? Okay, that's good to know, Abdo. I'm happy to hear that. I mean, I'm not happy about the days totally off, but at least you have days that is good. Now, I do like a time. We are in so we have retraced back from 2 to 1, right? Almost. Let me see. Let me touch 1. Just want to have a little bit of a lower. It's a little bit lower. Um, 120. I'm just gonna paper trade until I'm not gonna trade until 2 p.m. this afternoon after the FOMC minutes. I'm gonna do it stream after I'll start 1:45 and then until market close. Okay, now this is bullish, right? So what I've seen lately in the last few, the runs come not in the macro but in the 20 to 40. So that's why I actually did a trade yesterday. It was a paper trade though because I already had my consistency rule met, and it was a beautiful trade on NQ, and it was also I think I initiated outside macro, but just because I've seen it like over and over and over and over that these 20 to 40 runs they make the moves and then it even took out liquidity. So study that. It's not only the macros. Only when things work, when the market is easy, the macros work very fine. But in markets like this, the macros don't always work. They only give you one opportunity per 3 hours or something. Okay, now, would I enter here for accumulation, manipulation, distribution? Is that what we're going to get? I think so. I'm going to paper trade this. 321, we're above first presented fair value gap. I'm going to go 2.5. My stop loss will be, I'm going to use time, the 3 o'clock and the first presented. And it's going to be, I'm going to go, I already have the levels here. Let me see. What time did we start the accumulation? I need to see this. 2:11, 3:22, 1 hour later. Yeah. So this is 2:12 outside macro. Yeah. Okay, I trust it. Here we go. Asia high. Now the only thing that I'm seeing is that there's a gap there. Okay, we already managed that here. Yes, I'm gonna be stopped out. Okay. Not the time yet. Wait. I'm still gonna go. Stephen, I don't backtest anymore in the sense that I only forward test now, and but I think TradeZella has more to offer for people because you can it calculates for you. You can apparently Mether did you use not TradeZella? Apparently TradeZella has more options for it's more all round. But I just forward test now. I used to back test on FX Replay a lot, but at some point I just miss the emotions, and sometimes I would go into a market and I already knew because I was so in the market already. I just knew exactly what was going to happen anyway. And if I do my paper trade here, it has much more value because I have the same emotions. Even though it's a paper trade, I still don't want to lose it or whatever. And I journal it the same way, but I journal it on my trading view screen. I've stopped making data like Excel sheets with data because I already know my worst day of the month is the NFP Thursday. I have my second day worst of the month is when the days when we have the 10-year bond auctions. So I know my levels already. So I don't need any. So I want visual. So I just use TradingView now, and I only forward test now. But that's because I have gone through the FX replay. I've gone through the journaling and making my Excel sheets, blah blah blah. But so I don't do that anymore. So now I've gone to the stage that I only use TradingView. I make if I have a losing trade, I visualize it exactly, and then I put my levels on, and then I have like a picture, and that works for me. Because if I look at a data sheet, I just oh my god, I don't want to spend my time looking at that. I already know my stats. But TradeZella, I think TradeZella gives you a lot of insights. If I what I hear from others as well. But if you like to backtest, FX Replay is very good. The only thing with FX Replay that I was missing was most of my indicators. They're quite limited with the indicators when I was using them. I only had a few, so I had to do a lot of manual work, and that started to irritate me a little bit. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to forward test more. So I really gone more into forward testing, and that's why I love to paper trade as well, because that's basically my testing as well to improve my I want to get more into scalping and things like that. And I put on a trade and it's a losing trade, and okay, well, even though it goes over a represented, it doesn't mean shit in a market like this, right? So I do all these little things. I write them down, and I'm not doing that on stream because that will drive you nuts. So, but once we're done, I go over it and then I screenshot it and I delete it again. But that's how I do it. And then what I used to do, I would write down all the times here. Oh, 2:32, boom. And then what time did we hit the high? 2:11. That's how I really got into time. But I've done all, and like, oh, what time did we go to 0.5? It says in macro 3:16. What is this? 2:12. And then you start seeing things once you start put that down. But it takes time. And then 90-minute cycles. I mean, I don't know. I am into that as well. I still get more into that, but midnight. What happened here? 1:30, 3 o'clock. So, for example, this is a 3 o'clock candle. If we do go up, we might not even go up. It's 3. We are in 3 now. We're going to expand. I'm gonna do it now. Could be. This is a time to expand into this candle now because it's a 3 candle. There we go. There, so now we're gonna go. You see, it goes, but I was too early. I stopped out. But my analysis was correct. But you see how it goes, right? I think we're going up, but time was off, and this is. I do think we are expanding now into this 90-minute, 3 o'clock candle. Time is so important, guys. It's just rejected here. We're just gonna go over here, 657. We still have 20. Yeah, 330. I think it's gonna go. It's gonna explode to here, 653 now. A little bit higher. It's gonna take out the Asia high. We are above here, here, this one here, yeah. Dolly, it's okay. It's just a gardener, my love. It's just a gardener. This is a buy. One to two. Retest of the previous week high. We're above the this area already. It's just a small scalp. I'm just going to take it to previous week high. 652. Taken out again. Come on. $330. It might not take out. It's really better to put it just below it. You might just create an equal high. Just thinking about that. And this should be a little bit lower. Now, it will at some point go back into this fair value, but I think it's going to make it a little high. I don't think it might not take out. It might not take out the Asia high. It might create an equal high, right? So that's why I put it a little bit lower, because this fair value gap might be taken out and then it goes for that round. So I might have to put it a little bit, just a little bit. I just want to be taken out. Just practicing with the things outside macro. It's outside macro. It's in difficult markets. So I'm just sort of like playing around. 2.5 is here, so maybe I go for 2.5. This is two. You see, yeah. Okay, I'm too late. I think it was 2.5. Let's see. So these are just scalps. I mean, you cannot really, these are just these fast moves. You go up, 3.33. I want to go back. Go to 333. 3. You see, guys, this is 3. This is 3. 3 in the afternoon, 3 in the evening. Boom. Okay, let's see. Okay. Let's see how it reacts at the 2.5 now. Yeah, see, I wonder if it's going to take out the high now and before it goes into this fair value gap first, and then take out this high. I will attack that one. I will take that one, but so Asia high. Let's see if it goes higher. Now, what time did it go into this fair value gap? Right, that you set it up, though, right? This one here at 325. So is it going to run all the way to 340, or is this it for now? It hit 2.5 standard deviation. So this was the only good entry. Did you take that trade, Abdo? This was a good entry, right? In a fair value gap, but it's 325, and then you take the run. Yeah, I'm gonna take it up to all the way to the Asia high because of this fair value gap not being retested yet. So I would wait. I would take it below it. Like I changed my TP to 2.5, right? Because I was like, you know what, it might not take it now because it's not really in a macro. Now I've seen yesterday that it took liquidity outside macro. So, but that's because we're in a weird market. But I would take it if I have this here. I just got out and it might take it, but that's okay. I just want to journal it. Is this? Yeah, my name is Iris. Like Iris live streams. You can call me Iris. Yeah, it's low probability, right? I agree, Abdo. But we have the only thing that if I look at my AMD, because I'm an AMD trader, manipulation, distribution. So if you think just okay, the distribution has started, but wait for confirmation, then this. Oh, we did not have a confirmation, by the way, because it did not go into the value gap. I see now. Yeah, so technically it wasn't really. Let's see on the 30 seconds. But the reason why I took was I'm looking at the time, and well, AMD, right? Manipulation distribution. And as everyone could have seen, I was stopped out, even though I used my first presented value gap. But look here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You see the same thing happens here, right? 1, 2, 3. It respects the fair value gap not 3 times. 1, 2, 3. I'm looking at the orange first present here. 1. You have to look at the full body goes 1, 2, 3. So I got in at the 4th time because I thought, okay, that's gonna run because you can always it repeats itself, right? And time. I do believe we are going into this one here. 3, 333. This candle will tap into this area here. But it will give a retest. We might get the retest. Do you have a retest? Do you have a breaker, guys? Do you have a breaker? I don't know why I always have to change this. I guess I was more into bearish breaker when I made this. But anyway, we've got a breaker here. Do you want a retest of the breaker? Do we want that? Yes, we do. But when do we need the retest? We need the retest in a macro preferably. But yesterday as well, there were a lot of retests outside macro. And when markets are behaving normally, they fail a lot of the times. But yesterday they did not. It's outside macro retest. So technically we have to leave it. We're not gonna take it when it retests outside macro. But it left a relatively equal high, which I sort of saw that coming, and I'm happy that it did. So we have now Asia high here, and this high now here. Do we like that? Yes, we do like that. Why? Because it means they will take it out at some point. When was it created? 333. Is that a coincidence? No. 369 is a thing, guys. It really is. It's not bullshit if people say they know that. I am not that far into it, but it is a thing, and I wish I knew more about it. But if you see this 333, it's an important high, and it will be taken out today. I don't know if I want to anticipate. I think I don't want to. Hey, Susie knows his shit. I'm telling you, Susie knows. Have you Seek for Wisdom? Have you seen his latest? He dropped his mentorship, I think, on YouTube. Oh, can you share some details of the times you look at and measure? You mentioned about when the time was created. Well, look at the 90-minute. I'm looking at 90-minute here. This large candle here is the 3 o'clock, the afternoon 3 o'clock. This one here, we are at the 3 a.m. Yeah, and when I see that, I was thinking like, okay, normally when you have like sequence, it's like a 12-hour sequence, right? This candle is until 4:30, right? 3 to 4. I wonder if we're going to tap into it, into this one, before 4:30. I'm just sort of thinking, using time. Yeah, he's very good and he knows stuff. He figured it out. He figured it out. So everybody, go watch Susie's last mentorship. I mean, he's dropping some sauce there, really. Yeah. Hey, Seek for Wisdom. If you've watched all of them, I've gone through them very quickly because I'm just wondering if you've seen his mentorship. I mean, I'm thinking like, then you must really You really learned something. Let me put it that way. Yeah. Sushi is Dutch, by the way, as well. Yeah, he's a Dutchie. He's living in Dubai now. Oh, so is this now a long term because we are in break? We're not. We are below the first presented. We are at 343. So are we going to use the next macro? Is it going to give us something? But then I'm wondering, are we going to go a little bit lower into this area here? But it doesn't make sense if you have AD, right? Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So you want to stay in this area. I think I'm going to put a trade on again. It's not paper trading, guys, because I don't feel comfortable with this market at all. I'm going to go higher now. I want to go here. I do believe we are now. We're going to do the macro run. Time 3 o'clock. We are passing 3 o'clock again. I am early. I know I'm early because talking about IPTA, good thing. I want to have to look at the IPTA. I haven't looked at IPTA for a while. Let me quickly look at my IPTA ranges because that's a good thing. Thanks for reminding me. Daily. I always look at IPTA. Let me see where we are in the IPTA range. Okay, we are low. We're very low. We are really, really, really low. So it's like IPTA 40. What are the first video rays in the IPTA 40? Ooh, we're getting really. I think I have to put on IPTA 60. Ugh, that is bad. Well, it's not really bad, but I think we're almost done in the IPTA 20, right? We have nothing. We don't have a lot left. IPTA 20 to work with. You're gonna go off. I've got some lows here for this big boy. I see a very potential new bearish breaker forming here. Yeah, we are going down. Okay, I forgot something very important. I wonder if we're going to take it out in this macro. Maybe it's going to be the next one because it's 333. It's half an hour. It could be. I might be stopped out. It's okay. What is IPTA? It's IPDA. It's interbank price delivery algorithm. So it's the algorithm that basically runs smart money. So it's basically the algorithm. But the IPTA refers back 20, 40, 60 days. Okay, I might be stopped out here. That's okay. Let me see if we see the breaker. I do think I'm going to take that level out, but I wonder if they're going to leave it for today. if you look here, are we going to go higher when we see the price section? We already disregarded, we already went below this one here. I don't think so. This here is your high with new bearish for that value gap. No, we're going to go lower now. This was it. I think this was the move. A, M, D. That was it. That's it. Okay. A, M, D. And now we are on the other side of the curve again. Going down. A beautiful move with the downside now. Seek for wisdom. I think we're going to have a similar situation with two breakers at some point, like yesterday. $348. Let's see. Are we going to go up or down? So if you study ICT, it's in the core content as well. He goes more into depth about it, but it's how smart money, how the algorithm is basically it controls the algorithm, and they have a 20, 30, 20, 40, 60 day look back. That's all they do. It's just cycles that they cycle through those ranges. But if I look at the IPTA 20, there's nothing left. I mean, I don't see any. It's just hard to really see. So I'm going to switch off the 20 now, just to make it more clear. And I think we really have to start going into the 40 and the 60 now, which is okay. Let's switch off the intra 20. Yes. So the IPTA 40 now is here. Even at 40, how much imbalance do we still have the imbalance here? But then we have to go through all the way to here. 423. We're here already. It's the IPTA 40 low. Let me switch on back to 20. You want to see the IPTA 20 low. I think it's similar, right? IPTA 20 is here. We're already lower than the IPTA 20 low. We took out the 20 low here. No. Yeah, we have no more lows. The first low is the IPTA 40 low. And the 60 low is here. And the high of the IPTA 40 is here. And that's exactly the same high. You see how it all matches, right? This high, the IPTA 40 high, is exactly that little fair value gap high as well, where we have the little bit of a but you know, guys, if I look at the daily, I don't think we're going to go over 50% of this daily wick here. I mean, that is just this large candle. I don't think we don't have. It's so weak that we're not going to go over 50% today. I don't know. But hey, it could be. I mean, we could just find. Yeah, we've seen it happen. We go all the way back up into this fair value gap. Is this? What if this is the measuring gap and this is the breakaway gap? Then the range could be this, right? So The measuring gap is halfway of the range. Breaking gap stays open. That's this one. Measuring gap is this. So this is the range. We are 50% in. We could go a little bit low. We could go lower here, maybe, and then still this is the measuring gap. So what if this is the range and then we go back up? Could be. What is the IPTA? Let me show IPTA. Well, won't you know? That's around the bottom of IPTA 40. So we're creating a fair value gap here then. So right now we're creating a fair value gap. So we might create the range today or tomorrow. And then we create a fair value gap here. We go back into the range and then we either go lower or what. Okay. Okay. I do think this is the measuring gap and this is the breakaway gap. It's pretty clear on here. And the 50%, we cannot go low. If this is the measuring gap, then this is the end of the range. Or a little bit higher, like here. I do think we're going to go one leg down. This is the range here, somewhere here. This old breaker. Okay. So I'm bearish until this blue until 244. Where are we now? 592. So this blue box is my for now. Then I think we're going to get a retracement up into this fair value gap that we're creating now. Let's see what happens. Going to create another. Hey, we're in the macro. What's gold been doing? Okay, gold is not here. I'm not going to play gold though. Okay, let's see. I want to see what NQ is doing. Papam, 330. So we created a high at exactly 333. Is this the high for the day, for now, for the London session? Or not? Or are you going to go one more leg higher? I would think so. I'm going to go one more leg higher. It's horrible price action, to be honest. It's really not easy. So are we going to go into consolidation again because we have it on the left? Then we go up and then it's just look at this, boom, and then similar to here. So on days like this, you never go. I mean, if you take a trade, do not expect it to grab the liquidity. Always take a few points less because then it doesn't, you know. At least you don't get stopped out, or you don't. You at least get some points. Where's my phone? It's a beautiful day here today. I think I'm gonna go after this session. I'm gonna go to do a nice beach walk, long one today. We don't have much of these nice days anymore. It's just a lot of wind and storm. I have to be careful because sometimes it looks nice and then it just suddenly switches, and then I'm, you know, you don't want to be on the beach then suddenly like the wind starts really getting too stormy and it's like really. I mean, I've tried it and it gave me a good scrub, So it's good for my skin, I guess. But it's not very pleasant when you come home. It's like sand everywhere. I'm just gonna check the weather forecast to make sure that. Okay, well. Consolidation. Hey, good morning, Bowser. How are you doing? Have you been trading? Hey, Charlie, come. It's okay. There's no one here, my love. It's next door. 350. Okay, this is what I like to see. I do see it's we're in a macro. We have like a wick going through time and going through the. It's now giving like a wick also in the first presented, like normal wick, and then also through time in a macro. So is this like the indication for the move to the downside? Let's see. I'm gonna put on a paper trade again. Again, it will be above the wick and TP. Now, where is TP going to be? We have inefficiency here. And did I mark a breaker? I think so, yes. Now, it could go slam down, it could slam up again, but this is 358, 58, 62, 702. Let's see. So the question is now, was this a manipulation or was this a manipulation? Oh, you just woke up. Of course you, yeah. So when I said, oh, 333, did we make a high? Is it the high? I thought, okay, then maybe then it might be the manipulation, not this. So that's also like something that I find sometimes difficult to. But if not, if this is the manipulation, then we have like higher to go, right? Like it goes like up into the range. We're gonna go to 4. We're gonna take out the Asia high. This is actually literally a gamble, to be honest, guys. You know, honesty on my end. No, I think it's a gap. I think it's not. I think it could go. I'm still. I actually think I'm more inclined to that it takes out Asian highs. To be honest, I don't know. It's a bit of a gamble. It doesn't say shit. This price action is just all about manipulation and. I'm just sort of looking at time and trying to figure out the market a little bit, but I would never trade this on any account, not even on my evaluation. But let's see if it goes to here and then until 4:30. Because you can frame it both ways, right? It's still in this. We are below a breaker, but sometimes it happens and then they go just the bodies go slightly below the breaker. But I don't know. The 358 just going through this is sort of like it should be bearish, more bearish than bullish. But let's see. You need to run now NQ to this level. I'm framing it off this one that we have 358. So in a macro, a retest of the first presented, plus also it gave retest time. So that's how I also use time. Seek for wisdom. If I talk about time, this is a retest for me, but it has to be in a macro because there's nothing here. I can't use anything else here. And We have another wick here, so I can lower my TP above this wick here. So it's ugly. It's not a beautiful trade. I mean, by all means, not at all. We didn't have a purge and revert. We didn't have a lower high time frame PD rate taken. So it's a useless trade, to be honest. It was just, we stopped before the... It's not going to go here. It's a stupid trade of mine because we didn't have a purge. But let's see. It's just going to be, I think it's just more luck than it's a good trade. I do think it wants to go a little bit lower again, just a little bit lower, but let me see. Is it no? Or is it going to use this one here? I need to go a little bit higher. See, we didn't take a high. We just sort of like we created another low, another high, but lower than this one. So take out this high here. Now I need to do it. This is my calculation, so I need to adjust this range here, and then this is the range. Here we go. Okay, now this is okay to do. Okay, so I adjust my... Here we go. So this is now my TP instead of, and I'm going to make it into the little, we've got a little imbalance here. I forgot to, we did take out liquidity, but not the high. We got this high, and my range was incorrect here. So now I adjusted my range here, and I'm taking TP. Okay, this makes more sense. Yeah, so this is it here. 1, 2, 3 are... No, I don't use, I wasn't interested in the MBZs. I just use their root candles, and their the MBZs was a little bit too, because I'm a distribution trader, and MBZs focus on very short trades, right? So I wasn't really, I understand the logic what Nine was doing, but it didn't appeal to me that much. That's the only thing I'm not really interested in. But yeah. Okay, now this makes sense to me because I adjusted the range, and I do think we are going to go a little bit lower into that little balance here, which is also, we have a wick here, take some liquidity here. Yeah, okay, this is okay. I can do with this trade. We are below the 4 o'clock, we are below the 3 o'clock. There we go. Yeah, I like it. Macro time, and the retest for me, the retest here was indication for me. Then we had a, it goes almost a IFOD. And this imbalance matching up with this. Well, is this this is not an old breaker? Yeah, this is an old breaker. We can consider this an old, go back to an old breaker. Who's in a short as well? Or anyone in a short? Does anyone think the short will go lower, maybe? $407, is this it? It's not gonna go any lower. Could be. Yeah, this is it. Okay, so the TP is wrong. The TP was too high. Let's see. So it did not even, it just took out liquidity here, and that's it. It doesn't even go to this level. Okay, gotcha. Let me wait until the end of the macro though. Okay, I'm getting out. Let's see, one more time. What are you doing? I need you to close. Okay, now it's gonna run. Around to take the high. Took out stability here. And now it's gonna go take up the high. 433. 433, half an hour later. Or an hour later, let's see. Doesn't make sense. Oh, you just splash your top step. I hope you're not using Top Project X anymore with them. Congratulations, Bowser. Good, well done. On a day like this, be careful. I have two. It's only way with top step. I have two. It's only way. I only needed 200 more. Hey, but it's not easy to trade today. So well done. Well done. I'm not touching my funded or my evals until 2 p.m. This afternoon because of the FOMC. It's just minutes. It's not the FOMC itself, but let me check if there's anything else that popped in. There's also a lot of people speaking. So at 10 a.m. we've got the Moran speaks, and then there's also 12:45 another a member speaks. So that could give some. It might be very choppy as well. So that's why I'm not doing any session in the AM. Just gonna wait until they're done japping and until we have the minutes. Okay, let's see if it's gonna take out the Asia high now. Come on, take out the Asia high before 4:30. So we got the. Let's go back to the 90-minute candle here. Go back to the 90 minutes. Just want to see it tap above this in this blue box here. That's it. But then before we have 15 minutes left. Actually, 19 to be exact. So we look at that. They created another, just a minor sweep, but this might be enough for it to do it. It's gonna go in again. It's just paper trading. I'm using again the same levels, and I want to go up into this level here. And this is only time, and it cannot go below this level anymore. You're not allowed to go there. You just need to run now. We don't have time. What? You want to see fast candles coming in. It's gonna needs to disrespect this well very fast. You see how it keeps how the previous week's low is always it keeps on hammering it, right, and just goes like here, here, but it needs to go over it now. Well, we have 16 minutes. It's still enough time. It's just a small end. Just come on, give us a good push to the upside now. Come on, go. You can do it. We're gonna do it now. Time is right. Disrespect this one here. It's too early to trail. There you go. Come on. Just go over it now. Push, push. There you go. Now I can trail a little bit. So I do believe now we're going to go into this little blue box. And it has to be done before 4:30. Yeah, definitely. No, they're going to go into this little blue box here. They just need to just slightly over the equal the. They already created this equal high at 333. Let's see what time they're going to pass it. Was there a nice entry at 4 o'clock as well? Let me see. 4, changing the state. Here, 410. Fair value gap on the 3 o'clock. I might have choked my stop too fast a little bit because it's still, I see this one here. I have to put it down a little bit because we still have some time. We still have 15 minutes to go. And it doesn't need to go very far now, right? Because this is it for now. 692. Okay, well, let's see. It already disrespected this fair value gap, CB. So that's an indication that's ready to run, right? It's okay, darling. It's okay, my love. It's okay. Need to get. Are we running? Not yet. Come on. Accumulation. 418. It's going to start maybe at 20-ish. Because those runs, they tend to run between 20 and 40, right? If they run. Let me see. It's very manipulative. I mean, I've been wrong quite a few times this week. We do have a lot of liquidity here, but look at this. But I just want, for me, this is just the everything I just want for now, and then I'm done. That's the only thing I see. I really don't want. I really have no idea if it can, if it has the juice to run higher. I just have to reevaluate. But let's see if we can even get there. Um, 620 already passed. Hey. Are gonna take the Asia high, Asia high, Asia high, Asia high. You're gonna do it. Oh, sorry. You need to stay here. You need to. You need to go to the 5-minute. Come on. Take Asia high. Just take Asia high in from now. Start running, please. Start running. NQ. Run, 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 run. Take Asia. Oh, I see a nice wick here. Do I see a nice wick? Yes, I see a nice wick. I love wicks. Let's migrate this wick. Oh, where's my TP? Let's see if it hits one of those levels on the wick. Look how fascinating, guys. You take the wick and it exactly went to the 1/3 of that wick here. Now Asia high is not one of them, but this one was formed. Will it go to 0.5 of that wick? Shall I be bold and just move my TP to that level? Just to force something from the market. Not force the trade to go my way. Magnet, do your job. Accumulation. I wonder if this is the amount of accumulation. I can't remember seeing so much accumulation all my trading years as I've seen last few. I don't know if it's if I maybe have not been around that long, or it just has gotten just a little bit. And yeah, exactly. Use the magnet. Yes, the magnets always work. It's it's really the moment I put the magnet on, it seems to work. It really does. I don't know. It's just I think it's hidden. It's sort of like a hidden indicator. Let's see. I'm thinking, should I just let me? No, I'm not going to be greedy. That's greed. I'm just taking it, just grab the Asia, just a little bit of Asia. Just want a little bit of Asia. There we go. I should actually lower it a little bit. 651. There we go. Come on. See, it's the magnet. It's really the magnet. I'm telling you. It's crazy. 653. If I put 2 on, it's really going to go very fast. You'll see. Hold on. I'm going to copy it. But we have to position them in a specific way, right? Otherwise it doesn't work. It has to go from the side like this. Abdul, are you telling me you don't believe them? You don't believe in the magnets? You got 5 more minutes. You got 5 more minutes. Maybe I have to triple them a little bit because they're not doing. Maybe they're a little bit weak. Maybe I have to position them differently. Maybe it's my. Now this is really. I mean, this cannot be denied, right? This is like this cannot be escaped. You see, Abdul, I changed it was I didn't put the one straight, and that I think that was it didn't really. I think that was the key for me to put it like this. That was my mistake that I made. The power of the magnets, guys. You see. Might have to add a 4th one, I guess. Yeah, it's consolidating, but it has to happen in 1 minute push. Otherwise, it's the trade is over. 1.5 minutes. But it's only 20 points, right? I mean, to take Asia High is just it's just a little 652. It's just 20 points, so they can do that in a few seconds, right? It's just one. So it's just consolidating and then maybe take that one move in a few seconds. But it has to happen before 4:30. Otherwise, it's invalidated. Less than 1 minute to go. Hey, Rachel. This is the paper trade long. I'm waiting for it to take Asia high, which is right over here, where my TP is. Um, half a minute. Half a minute. Otherwise, I'll kill the trade. If it doesn't do it, then I'll just kill the trade. 15 seconds. The magnets are not doing their job today. But 10 seconds, 9 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4:30. Yeah, I need to kill the trade. Come on. Are you gonna do it? Yeah, I'm going out. Let me just see. Normally, if I would be in my other account evaluation, I would take it off straight away. Straight away. Even though it might spike. Let me see. Did I miss something? It could go late. Hold on. Maybe I want to see one. Oh, now. Okay. See, this is okay. Lazy mag. No, okay. My time is not correct. I think it's still going to go, but I want to check something. It's still going to take it out. But let me just check. This is 3, 130. Yeah, no, I don't trust it anymore. I think it's still going to take Asia high out in this. I just don't understand the time. 3. Oh, hold on. 333. Are you going to do it at 433? Let's have a look if they are going to do it at 333. 433. Let's see if it's going to be around now. And is it just going to make another equal high instead of taking it out? Could be, right? I don't think it might not take it out and just make a equal, because the time, it doesn't match up with the time. 333, 432. Let's see if it's going to take it out at 433 an hour later. Or just create another equal, like here. So now we've got 3. Let's see. Four, 3, 3. This one's created 333. What's going to happen? We tapped into 75% exactly of that wick. I think we're going to reject here. Let's see. Reject, or you're going to go, what are you going to do? Oh no, I would have been out of this trade already, Abdo. This is not a. It's just running. It's not. I'm not in this trade anymore. But I would. Technically, I would. Um, when there's no distribution, I don't really drill my stop loss anymore that much because I've been stopped out too many times. I would rather leave it. Why? Because there's a fair value gap here. If I'm in a distribution trade, I would not trail at any time in this run at all, because there's this fair value gap. And right now, well, I'll leave it on. You'll see it probably goes right into this one here. This is not a. This is just Hey, Avneet, how are you doing? Because this fair value gap is here, and if I'm in a longer trade, there's always like you can have retracements back, and especially after accumulation, I would never go above until I really have a long distribution, a large distribution. So I would never trail it from this area here. But this is not a trade I would normally take. I normally have like 50, 60 points trade. So, but I would not trail it from here. No, not at all. Because then I would already, maybe below this week, but then there is this fair value gap still here. And it's a very indecisive area. So for me, you'll see it's going to go down now to the area here. Maybe even lower now. And I think this is a rejection. I think we're going to go higher anymore. I think this is it. I'm just going to leave it just to see what happens, because I want to journal the whole trade and what's happening, because I want to learn. I do think this. I would be surprised if it will go into this area here, retest this first resistance and then go up. But I think we might have hit this might have been the high of London here, the 333. We'll see. Just I want to see either I'm going to be stopped out. Is it just a paper trade? But I want to keep it on so I can journal the whole like, okay, we made the high here because we take it out at 433. We went down at 433. It's now also a 19-minute cycle. We should have taken this out in the 3 a.m. candle, which is already done at 4:30, right? Which I think should have happened, but I could be wrong. That's why I'm sort of like tracking the whole thing right now. And you can see it's just creating equals here. It's not taking. I would rather see it hit this level. That's why I'm leaving my stop here and not trailing it, because I would actually prefer it to hit this level and then take out this level, which could happen in the next macro, right? So that's why I'm not trailing my stop at all. Because this for me a very small area. This is just for me an area. I mean, it's actually a trade that I would actually not even put on normally. But because of this imbalance here, I would not trail it. But we'll see. Maybe let's see what happens. I would actually prefer it to hit this and then go higher. But I think it's going to go. I wouldn't be surprised if we go lower. But we still have the next macro coming at 510. We'll just wait for it, because I'm not going to stream anytime before 2 p.m. We'll go on a little bit longer and watch this macro. I just want to watch this and also learn, and to be able to get better in these conditions, because it's not easy. But you can see that there's always logic to it if you start noticing how time works with the Asia, London high, and how this area is behaving. And this, I'm leaving it right over here, and I want to see if it's. Now we've seen that this first present has not been respected many times. It goes back and forth. It's very low probability, but there might be some logic at some points. And we do have a lot of gaps here, though, so we'll see. Maybe I'm going to be stopped out, but that's okay. But normally I would have been out already after 4:30 because we didn't take out the Asia high. So that actually invalidates the trade, but Nothing is logical now. Let's see. Well, we're not going to expect anything before the next macro anyway. So what's going to do right now is going to go it's going to retrace a little bit before if it's going to go higher, but it doesn't look like it's really going to go lower right now. In the sense of really lower, it does look like it wants that Asia high. It's just taking its sweet old time. I also had to think what VP was, but it makes sense. It's very, yeah, it's volume profile, of course, yeah. I was also like, what's VP? But you see how beautifully this is rejected from that block, right? From that wick. Was it a 5 minute? Yes, it is. It is, but sometimes they can leave those for the afternoon, right? Sometimes the issue is that even though they leave them, the question is when are they going to take them? It's not always that they're going to take them straight away, even though they create them. When I see this one, I already know. Okay, we're not going to go. We need at least half an hour, right? Before if it creates especially in a time like this, you know it's not going to go one candle down. You're not going to get a retracement, go back up. And, but this one here, okay, but this one hit that 75% of that. I think it was a 5 minute wick, right? Let me see. What did I calculate? Yeah. Look at this wick here, this large wick. It's this wick I used. It's such a large wick, and we exactly at this wick was exactly at the 1/3, and this one was exactly at the quarter. Isn't it beautiful? I love it to see that. Here, the 333 was exactly at the 1/3, and this one was at the 75. It's just algorithmic, baby. So what are we going to get now? Now, if we're going to push, where are we going to go? 0.5, baby. Most likely. Where's the 0.5? Or maybe even, where's the 1/3? Exactly in the midpoint of the blue box. Coincidence? I don't know. People still think there's buying and selling pressure. It just really makes me laugh, to be honest. It's all algorithm. This is not buying and selling pressure. Hey, Abdul, nice to have you here. Thank you so much. I enjoyed. Thank you for all your input as well. It's really appreciated. Wish you all the best too, and see you soon again. Thank you. So much wind again coming up. Another LQ. What's LQ? What am I missing? I'm slow today. Seek for wisdom. I'm sorry. I'm wondering what LQ is. But time is important. Yes, time is important. But it is sort of becoming, because we didn't move away. We're looking for a purge now, and we want to have a preferably Asia highs, right? And we still have this blue box here, which is now we did the only thing that I'm thinking now, because we didn't do it in the 93 p.m. candle. I'm wondering if we're gonna go higher now. So that's the only question that I have. Like, okay, are we now going higher into maybe this area? Just one. It's sort of like I'm still bearish long higher time frame, but the question is how far are we going to go into the manipulation move to the upside? I wonder. I think we're going to go here or even here. I think this might be the draw now. 671. Yeah. I might even raise my target a little bit. Guys, just a paper. I put it on. I'm not putting my money on the line with. I'm not trading before 2 p.m. This afternoon. My live account and my evals, but this was actually trade I was hoping that would happen in the before 4:30 using the 90-minute cycle, but it did not happen. But then again, I actually did not see these levels before I'm looking at it like, oh my god, it's so size. We are going high still, but it's just going to go a little bit. It's taking a little bit longer. Where's the 4 standard deviation, by the way? We've got 3. Ach, meisje toch. 4 is here. Okay, 4 is all the way here. It might be a little bit too high now. We're going to take it step by step because so many things. I'm like, okay, that's not really clear to me with this price action. Let me go to the 4-hour quickly. There we go. We're running. So I'm just wondering if I do wonder if we're now going into these wicks here. I'm actually not getting more, but it would be. All She's just going to go through all these candles. Wow, that is some. Oh, did it just go to that level? Are you kidding me? With one spike? Wow. Okay, the paper trade just didn't get taken. You see that? Wow. It just went to the yellow line that I indicated. Wow. Did you guys see that? I just and where did it go? 0.5. Boom. Outside macro. Crazy. So now I think it's going to go. Okay. I would have been taken out, but I'm just going to move it now to this level here because this is now the new level for me. Wow. These levels work now as a charm. And I'm just using the 5-minute wick, guys. It's just this wick, the large wick on the side. So it indicated the time where we made new high here. It indicated this one here, and now it went straight to the 0.5. But the question is, do we have enough is this enough for the move to the downside? Because it just needs that, right? I'm going to take this trade off because it was taken off here. This is bullshit. Okay. Did you guys see exactly 0.5? Macros, when you see this happen and it's 4:45, I say outside macro. It's actually not outside macro. It's actually inside macro. Because the macro can start 5 minutes earlier. Okay, I think it's going to go to 0.23 now. If it's going to run this level here. Hey, this is not a time to be careful, guys. It's a very low probability. I'm only paper trading right now. It's very low probability environment, to be honest. There's 0.5 from the wick. That could be enough for it to go down, right? Be careful here. Because we took Asia highs, right? and we are at a midpoint of a wick. It could go higher though, but I will be very, very careful here. Asia high is taken. It worked its way really, really up. But on the other hand, we have 4 standard deviation higher of this whole move. We had a nice retracement at 2.5 to 1. So technically, I would say it still has room now to go because we are doing this right now. We're above a breaker, but the 0.5, that wick is very indicating, right? You always have to be careful. And look at the higher time frame. It's so ugly, guys. It's so ugly. Look at all this. I'm going to go to this wick. It's so easy. Yes, we do have a 4-hour and a day fair value gap. Let me go. It's very interesting because for me also, I tend to stay out of it, but I just, when I saw that wick and these levels, I said, oh, we're going to 0.5, and look what it did, boom. But the way it did it, it's not, I would never risk my own money with this, to be honest. It was just a spike. You saw how it went, right? I mean, it's sort of a gamble, almost. So there's this 1 hour, we've got a 1 hour, we tapped into it. That 0.5 level was tapped in. That's just, so look at 1 hour here. We tapped into this is the only imbalance that is left, right? I did not take the whole fair value gap because we already worked our way up into it. The only imbalance that was left is the blue box, because I measured it from here to here. Now Asia highs was just this tap into it, the 0.5. So I think it could be enough for it to go down. Is my voice lagging? But guys, I'm going to leave it here anyway. Thank you, Sinister. I'll have a look into that. I think it's also time for me to stop the stream. But guys, be careful. Oh. My microphone is not even connected, it says. That's weird. I don't know what is... Okay, I think something's wrong with my mic is disconnected or something. So I think you're hearing the laptop mic or something. So I think something is wrong. But I think I'm going to close the stream anyway. Guys, be careful here, this area. I'll be back at 2. Yeah, see, I think it's a very insightful... the only insight that I get from it is that it's a difficult market at the moment. But once it goes over the 0.5%, then you can go take it higher to the 4 standard deviation, right? But just be careful here. I'm actually very curious how it's going to go. My apologies for the bad mic. It says it doesn't connect anymore, so there's something definitely going on. But if price can't get above this 0.5, it's done for this move. Okay, be careful. It's just we have a little bit of a gap here, but anyway. Okay, guys, I hope to see you later. I'll make a new stream for 2 p.m. after FOMC. Be careful in New York AM session because of the news that's coming at 2. There's a lot of speakers as well, so just be careful, please, 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 please. And it's a good day just to paper trade, to watch and just learn. And then maybe after 2 p.m. there might be easy trades. We want the easy ones. We don't want the difficult ones. So yeah, I'm going to touch some grass. And I'll see you guys later. And yeah, if you do have a good trade, let me know because I'm really curious. I would love to hear. Also, if you have trades that you want me or some other people in the Discord to go over, you know, I think that's also a good thing to do. If you have losing trades, because that's the trades you learn the most of, losing trades and just things that are not working, didn't work out the way you wanted. So, but yeah, just mind this 1 hour fair value gap. Please look at that. If it goes over this one, you're more bullish. You really want to make sure that you manage this area very, very correctly, okay? 1/3 is the midpoint of the 1 hour. Be careful, guys. I'm going to leave you. I need to do some stuff, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you again, and Seek for Wisdom, also so much thanks for your input today, and anybody else's who was here. I appreciate all of you, and I hope to see you back again later today with some better price action that we can take some real life trades. Ciao, ciao.